There we go. All right. Next up, we have past District Governor Jim Mattis. He's a real estate appraiser who owns Mattis Appraisal in Shawnee. He was the District Governor in 2009-2010. He's a major donor to the Rotary Foundation, as well as a member of the Bequest Society and a benefactor of the Rotary Foundation. He's a charter member of the District 5710 Paul Harris Society and serves as the District Rotary Foundation Chair. Jim's interesting item is that he does not do email, like as in ever, like if you're asking him, are you going to present in this training or not, he just does not do an email. You just gotta wait till he shows up in the morning and you're like, hey, I think Jim's going to be on.
I'm really the oldest person in this room. I don't know what the heck. How that
I've been
works.
told everybody from now on that he needs to use that. So, and I'll be your clicker. You're home.
Good morning, and thanks for everybody to be here. Two things about the Rotary Foundation. I love it, and it does work, and you contribute and make a difference. I want to tell you guys that should have told NPR that Rotarians do make a difference. And if you really want to know, ask those million little kids in India who don't have to worry about getting polio anymore. Ask them now. Ask that guy walking across the aisle. If Rotarians don't make a difference. Donna, you. One of the things about the foundation, obviously, is your level of giving. You know, and some people give because they like to get little pins and that. But one of the things that we do at the foundation is, and Jason mentioned it, is Paul Harris Society. And I got an email yesterday about 3 o'clock that said we have a new member in our district of the Paul Harris Society. And so I have the Paul Harris Society chevron for him. And Doug Weston-Smith, will you come up and accept your... Doug came into my office and said, I think I want to do this. Can you take care of it? Well, you know, yeah, you're going to give me money, I'll take care of it. And then I found out I can't take care of it. He has to do it himself.
I sent you an email.
I know. Everybody send an email. If you have a Gmail account, don't even bother me, but I don't get Gmails for some reason. I don't know. But things we're going to do today is our grants training is the most important thing. And Greg Shondell is here to do our district simplified grant training. And we're going to be in the beer garden. And I went over there and checked it out. There's 2 taps in our room. You can't beat that. And I don't want all of you going over there if you've been to training before. But people who come here for the first time and your club needs the training to get a district grant, we're going to take care of it over there, I promise. You'll get some good training and you'll be next to the beer. Okay, so one of the things I thought about coming over today is, do you really know the difference between a global grant and a district grant? Because we've had people, just recently, members of clubs call up, or actually send an email, but not me, and wanted to know if we could do a district grant, a global grant, sorry. We could do a global grant in KCK. Well, where's your international partner? We don't have one. Well, then you can't do a global grant. Global grants are with international partners. It can be done here if you could talk to someone in another country to help us. You could do a global grant in the United States. It would look funny, but we could do it. So remember that when you're talking about what kind of, and here's the other thing that she didn't know. It's a minimum of $30,000 in the project. So you've got to raise part of that funds. So, you know, you're talking about some big bucks and some big fundraising. On a district grant, it's a little different story. It's not that big, and we have limitations. We put limitations on how much the club can get. And we'll go over that in our training session. Just a little bit of information about that. 3 years ago, our district gave to the share program of the foundation $356,000, something like that. Half of that comes back to the district. And half of that then goes to global grants, and half of it goes to district grants. So we have this year, about $80,000 worth of money to give for district grants. And we have $80,000 plus the carryover from prior years for global grants. So we do have a good bit of change to do some good work in our district. So when you go over to the district training, we've got, going to give you some outlines and some guidelines on how to fill out the paperwork properly, to ask for the right thing, and to know what because really, there are some very important things that you have to worry about when you're talking about foundation money. And that is who has it, what they do with it, and can you prove it? Doesn't matter if it's a district grant or a global grant. Rotary is very, very strict on what happens. So we have our stewardship chair for this year, Don Bender from the Shawnee Club, will be here and can answer some questions about that. Greg Shondale from the KCK Club is here to give the actual training, because there's no chance in heck that I could do that, what he does. He's a CPA and I'm an appraiser. And you think I know numbers, but everything I know is what that house is worth. He figures out what we can do with money and how to take care of it. And then we have, and I haven't asked you, Rick, yet, but I have someone here, about 2 people there, who can talk to you about global grants. You know, there's some new regulations this year about global grants, and that's a community assessment. That can be tricky, so we have some people who wrote global grants already here in the district. Dr. Rick Randolph has done some, and Jorge Cormac has done some in Central America. So we're going to have them stick around, and if you have any specific questions about global grants, they'll help me, I hope. I know Jorge, but I didn't ask Rick, but I appreciate that, thank you. Okay, so what did we talk about? We talked about global grants, we talked about district grants, how to get the money. Remember when you're filling out your forms to give your donations to the foundation, if you want some of that money coming back to the district, you've got to mark that shared box on the application. And if you don't, it won't come back to the district. Polio money goes directly to polio. It's not pass go. It goes right to that program. The other programs, if there are specific programs, like if there's a grant, a global grant that you want to support, you can send that money directly to that global grant. Okay? But to get money back to the district so that we can do our district grants, you must mark that shared box on the form. Remember that, it's shared. Some people, they forget to mark that, and we don't get that money back, and they don't like to give it back if you didn't mark it. Trust me, we won't see. So be very careful about that. Oh, I forgot my slides. See, I never use slides. I But I can sit out here and talk about it, but I gotta read it. Now this is the way you give a You gotta look up there and look at, that's what I'm looking at. Come on, Em. Why is there a foundation? Started in 1917. You know what the 2650 is? Anybody? It's what was left over from the convention that year. The money left over. Here's the best part about the Rotary Foundation. It's managed by Rotarians, and it's funding projects by Rotarians. Go ahead, click to the next one. There's those numbers. You can see that we spend most of it. The annual fund, that's that share program, $140 million in 16-17. The endowment fund group, we help with the endowment fund. We had people give directly to the endowment fund. Polio Plus Fund. I don't want to take Jim's thunder away, so I'm not gonna talk about polio. But he knows the numbers, and they're great from our district. And then if you look on the side, you can see where programs and operation take 91% of that. So we are using almost every penny to do the good in the world. And it's, there's the administration, less than $5 for every 100 that we give. So that's pretty doggone good. Next one. Why give to the foundation? We identify the needs with our new assessment program. It's done by Rotarians. We do it locally, we do it internationally. There's that diligent oversight of the funds. And we do it with a network of volunteers that can't be beat. And I don't care what NPR says, we do make a difference. Thank you. There's another reason. The #1 rated charity in the world by Charity Navigator. World's outstanding foundation. We use 91% of our money goes to the actual programs that we do. Top 10 charities changing the world. And there's the bottom part again, and I can't mention that enough. The careful oversight of our money and your money by Rotarians. Can you make that work? If you can, this is just a little, and maybe not. You can hear it, I not see it. No. There we go. There we go. Go to the next one. All right, there's where our contributions. Your contributions right there. I told you before, polio money goes to
You got YouTube in the background.
It's that next one you guys are deep.
Are you learning how to make things with bananas?
See, this is why I don't do. Oh, this is the important one right here, where your money goes. And you see your contribution, if it's polio, but directly to polio and directly spent on polio. Your other money, let's go to the bottom one first. That's the endowment fund or permanent fund, as it used to be called. That money's never spent. It goes to investment earnings. Some of that investment earnings goes to the share. Some of it goes to the World Fund. We have in our district 6 permanent funds that we get interest on. That's part of that, and that goes into the share program. It's about $9,000 a year. And the annual programs fund, that's the share program. We put it in there, and then it's split between district designated funds and the World Fund. So we get half of the money that we've donated back to our district. Half to do global, half to do district grants. Where do you go?
Go to the next one.
Yeah. There's a notice, there's a system. Okay, club contributed $10,000 in annual fund 3 years ago. 5,000 went to district designated funds. $4,500 went to the World Fund, and $500 went to administrative support. Out of that 5,000 that went to district designated funds, 2,500 went to district grants, and a 1-to-1 match for a global grant. The World Fund, $4,500 went for a 1-to-1 in our global grants. That's where we match our global grant money. And part of it goes to the 100% funding of package grants. All of it goes to work for Polio Plus, Peace Centers, the World Fund Endowment, and other districts can work with us. Next one, please. There's what your $100 would do. Supply. School supplies, malaria testing, water hygiene, training. Go ahead. You can just read these. I don't need to read them. Keep going. Okay. Here's where we start. District grants. Now the district awards money to the club on their percentage of that giving 3 years ago. So if your club gave 3% of total giving 3 years ago, you'll get 3% of the money that we get this year back. And that district grant, this is where we do our short-term stuff. This is where we do a project and it's completed that year. Okay. Low grants, big ones. Like I said, $30,000 minimum. Okay. We do a community assessment to see if they really need what we'd like to do there. Okay. And the global grant must fit into those areas of focus the Rotary has, and it must be sustainable. You can't do it once and then it goes away. I remember at training in Denver this year, we had people who rebuild bridges for people who can't get, like the example they had was farmers couldn't cross the river to deliver their goods to be sold. So they were getting poorer. These people went in and built a bridge. Nice bridge, good looking bridge. The problem was that they didn't figure out that upstream, the community or the state built a dam. And when they released the water out of the dam, it forced the bridge away. So we had to come up with a different way of building a bridge, and they did. But there's some of the funding that we're doing. District branches, We can use district designated funds or local grants. Okay? When the club supplies grants, cash, remember that you put an extra 5% on their cash donation for that, administrative fee. Well, I couldn't remember that name. And then the district matches the $10,000 to the club. The foundation matches the district's 1-to-1. PDF 1-to-1, and matches the cash 5-to-1, or half of a 1. So that $1,000 that the club wants to do becomes a $35,000 project. There's our recognition awards. Paul Harris Fellows, Paul Harris Society is that society is those Rotarians pledge $1,000 a year, and bequested benefactors are what we call your will. you can either do $1,000 or $10,000. Check. I'll take it. You do it online at Rotary.org, very easy. You can do Rotary Direct, which is the easiest part of doing it. And we have a lot of people doing it now. We need more to make it easier for everybody in the district. And you can do the bequest and plan or planned giving out of your state or whatever, or your minimum required withdrawal if you're my age. Now see if you can make this one work, because I love this one.
No go.
No good.
We've tried it.
Okay. All right, so that's doing good in Guatemala. Well, I have someone here that was in Guatemala not too long ago and did some good things. Jorge, come up and tell us a little bit about what went on.
Jorge, you have 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Thank you so much. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm going to meet that. Mr. Farnham, can you stand up, please? Mr. Farnham, calling him once. Mr. Farnham, stand up, please. How many water filters you saw in Guatemala last time?
40.
4. Grace, I asked Mr. President, how many you did in Guatemala in the last trip?
How many what?
Water filters.
20 from our club.
24 from your club. David, how many you installed in Panama?
We did over 100.
More than 100. Where is Past District Governor West McCoy? Stand up, please. How many water filters you been installing in Guatemala and Panama? Hundreds. Past District Governor John, how many water filters you installed in Guatemala? More than 100. Who is missing here that is being in Guatemala? Barry Bosser. Where is Pastor Bosser? Yeah, exactly. Stand up, please. How many water filters you installed in Guatemala?
Like 45 or 50.
45, 50. And was fun, right?
Yeah.
It was roads, flat, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or was the mountain terrain, things like that? Nothing like that. But was fun. You see, there was just an example about 500 families that receive water filters in these countries. That means 500 kids that are living today. The World Health Organization is telling you that every 22 seconds a child dies because of the lack of access to safe drinking water. These guys here that I stand up are being witness of your money, your 50, the 10, the $5 that you put it in the pocket, the happy pockets, that goes and counts into the money that you do. There is no question to say that we have been witness miracles. We have been witness changes, lives, and transforming communities. These guys are my inspiration. You guys are my inspiration. We are changing lives. We are making people live and live forever. In a small community in Guatemala, we are tracking that community since 2010. And right there is being born up to today. The last week that we had 2. We have been born there about more than 350 kids. more than 250 kids. In 2017, we enrolled 100% of the kids that born in 2010. In 2018, we just enrolled 95%. What happened with the other 5%? They are too young. They will enroll next year. So next year, I'm going to tell you very proud that you make the difference in that community, and 100% were involved in the school. So, your Rotary money, your grants, your district grants, your global grants transform lives of people. Thank you so much.
Yeah, to end my, all right, remember we're going over to the beer brewery here shortly and start some training. Greg, where are you? You still here? Yes. Greg Shondell's back there? All right, we're ready. We're all set up, ready to go, so when it's our turn to go, we'll leave.
Thank you, Jim.